My generation is going to have $17 trillion of debt on our hands, and we deserve at least one vote in the House of Delegates, and I'd like to be that vote, and I'd like to represent my youth group, because we shouldn't have to wait until we're 30, 40, or 50, or 60 to understand the importance of conservative principles.
At just 18 years old, Sara Blair won a seat in the West Virginia House of Delegates in November, becoming the nation's youngest elected state legislator.
Sara, you were just 6 years old when your dad started getting involved in politics. What are your memories of that?
My first memory is election night when he won when I was 6 years old. I actually told my parents to wake me up if he won the election. From there on out, it's just been a part of my life. I'll be sitting at the dinner table and a conversation from one of his committee meetings will come up, and we'll talk about that, and it's just been something that's always been there for me.
You went to campaign dinners, you had legislators in your home, so you really did get up close and personal with the process.
I know a lot of the details that the average citizen doesn't know, just because I sit there and listen to what's going on in Charleston or what's going on in the Eastern Panhandle while I'm just sitting across the table from him.
How would you describe yourself politically?
My core principles that I'll never change are the fact that I'm pro-life, I'm pro-Second Amendment, I'm pro-Constitution for that matter, and that's where my core beliefs come from. And then as far as the issues, what I stand most strongly in is the economy. On issues that some people tend to look at, like the social viewpoint of where it comes from, I always tend to lean towards, well, how's that going to affect the economy?
When you watched Sara in action, what did you think?
Same thing as I'm thinking right now. I'm very proud, because oftentimes we think that there's no hope for this next generation. But you know what? There was a lot of people thought there was no hope for my generation as well, and it's not so.
Sara Blair isn't just her generation's Alex P. Keaton.
The only thing that can stop the terrible tax monster is a Republican. Who wants to be a Republican?
She's part of a wave of young Republican leaders hoping to inspire other disenchanted millennials to join the GOP. Thanks to a bloodbath in the midterm elections, Republicans now control both the House and Senate, and they're setting their sights on the White House for 2016. But that will take the help of young voters who have traditionally favored Democrats by double digits.
If we're looking at various ways to bring millennials into the website and sort of that be the focus, what are the best ways that we can do that? What do young people do? And then relating it, whatever that issue is, to politics.
The Independent Journal Review, an online news site, is not ignoring this potentially powerful demographic. With over 24 million views a month, it's been incredibly successful at reaching millennials with politics and culture in an entertaining way.
More economy, safe guns, and real jobs. I'm Todd Townsend, and I don't know what to do with my hands. Where are we saying I'm from again? Farm? And I'm a farm boy headed to a big city.
Young people are changing the Republican Party. I think that's inevitable. You saw 66 of 99 state legislatures go to the Republican Party, and that's impossible without that younger generation. So you're seeing signs of diversity that are very, very good moving forward.
Today, the GOP, taking a page from President Obama's groundbreaking internet campaign, is using technology in an unprecedented way to recruit young people.
The strides we've made since 08 to 12 to now 14 have been leaps and bounds. And we're going to continue to make strides forward, and I'm very hopeful because I've seen what we've done, I've seen how it's working, and I see how it's going to continue to work. So what we're doing at the RNC is we have a whole new digital and data program that's built out that is using social media, leveraging it to target voters in new ways we haven't done before. The young people right now are being hurt by the Obama economy to ways we've never seen before. So the top issues to young people right now are finding a job. And my generation is pushing back against the norm in this way, and we're looking at different options and options they haven't in the past, namely Republicans.
While Republicans are now energized by a shrinking age gap and more diverse elected officials, millennials still identify as liberals in overwhelming numbers when it comes to social issues, such as same-sex marriage, a woman's right to choose, and legalization of marijuana. But Sara Blair believes there's an untapped generation of conservative voters, and she's already heard from many of them.
I've actually received thousands of emails, phone calls, Facebook, Twitter messages from young people, not just in my state, not just in this country, but around the world, who are interested in becoming involved because they just couldn't believe that someone at 18 was able to do something. And it's their civic duty to be involved and to vote and to stay active in what's going on in the community that they're living.
How excited are you about rolling up your sleeves and getting started?
I can't even begin to talk about how elated I am just to get to Charleston and actually get to work and finally make that difference that I've been talking about for so many months.